All right. So for the domain, it was from positive 1 to 6. Very good. So there was only one that had that answer. It was letter B. Very good. That's all you did. You didn't need to do the range because there was only one domain, okay? Wait for the announcement. It will come up shortly. All right. Give the domain and range. Let's do the domain. The domain is 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can eliminate B and D. The range, it's negative 5, 0, 3, 6. Negative 5, 0, 3, and 6. Right? So both of them are correct. But then you had to figure out if the relation was a function. So all you had to do was take a look at your x's. Do they repeat? So the relation is a function, so the correct answer was C. All right. Most of you got all three of them correct, but if you messed up, you messed up on number 3. I don't get it. Because I thought that was the easiest one. All right. Vertical line test, right? Not a function. Not a function. Most definitely not a function. Right? So the correct answer was D. All right. Good job. Okay? All right. Let's go to homework. Okay. You guys need to start checking out calculators. This homework was very hard to do if you didn't have a calculator home. All right? So, if you have not brought in your contract, I highly suggest you do so ASAP so you can start. If you don't have a contract, you need to talk to me after class. So you can get a contract because without a contract, I cannot let you borrow a calculator. All right? So over here, I should have, this was my fault. So if you got it wrong, don't worry about it. This one should have been going, I didn't tell you. So, yeah, I'm sorry. So if you did it like it stopped, it's okay. All right? But in reality, it just kept on going. See, this one's kept on going. That one kept on going. It just didn't have the arrows, right? Yeah, well, and if you didn't see it, that's what I would assume that if it doesn't have a closed circle at the end, then it will keep on going, okay? So, the domain for this one was all real numbers. The range for that one, it started at 0 and it went all the way to positive infinity. All right, this one is real easy because domain and range. Domain is all real numbers. Range, nope. It was only from negative 2 to positive 2. Very good. So negative 2, positive 2. Remember, crocodiles eating the same way, right? We did that yesterday? Yay or nay? Are we good with that? All right. Now, over here for the domain is everything except for what? From negative 2 to positive 2, right? Can you see it? I'm sorry. No, you cannot. And then the range, no, from 0 to positive infinity, okay? All right, this one, domain, from negative 2 to positive 2. And the range, negative 4 to positive 4. All right, domain, all real numbers. And then range from negative 1 to positive infinity. All right, domain, all real numbers, but then the range has a limitation and it's right there, right? So the range would be all real numbers except for from -1 to +1. Function, yes, function, yes, function, yes, function, no, function, yes, function, no. There you go. Okay? All right, for this one you needed the calculator. It was so much easier to do with the calculator, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do g of x first. That will be that one and that one, those two. So put it on y equal to. Let me clear my calculator because I was using it. All right, so -3x plus 1, right? And then I go straight to what? No. Table. Thank you. Thank you very much. To the table. This means when x equals 10, because what's inside the parentheses is your x, right? Do we understand that? That what's inside your parentheses is your x? All right, so when x equals 10, y equals -29. There you go. Now for that one is the other way around. What is x when y equals 16? Find x. All right, so let's go to y equals 16. There you go. There it is. And your x would be -5. Again, you need to start checking out calculators. All right, I'm going to do f of x. Those are those two. See, notice how I'm doing it one at a time so I don't have to keep going back and forth and changing my y equals to. All right, so my y equal to is x squared plus 7. Okay? And then I'm going to go straight to the table. And what this means is when x equals 3, what is your y? So I'm going to go down to 3. And my y equals 16. And then in this one is the other way around, right? When x equals, what is x? I'm sorry, when y equals 23. Remember, this can be replaced by y, right? So let's see, when y equals 23, there you go, x equals 4. And then I got to do the last one, which is h of x. That will be that one and that one. So let's go to y equal to and write it down. This could be done without a calculator, but it's so much work. All right, so let's go ahead and do this when x equals -2, y equals -6. And then over here, what is x when y equals -2? Yay? All right, so when y equals -2, there, oh, hold on, I gotta go one more. -2, x equals -6. Again, very easy to do with a calculator, a little bit more challenging without. So you need to start checking out calculators. All right. This one was very easy when x equals -1, x equals -2, x equals 1, x equals 3, then y equals 1, y equals 7, y equals -1, and y equals 0. So you needed to write it as a coordinate point and then graph them. I'm not going to graph them. I'm assuming that everybody knows how to graph. Yay? So remember, what's inside the parentheses is x. What it's equal to is your y. Yay? Yes? Can we go to the back? All right. This one, just take a look at the graph, right? Oh, in this one, x is -4, which means y equals, there, it's right there, right? 2. X equals 0, which means y equals 0. Very good. X equals 3, which means y equals, ooh, wait, 1, 2, 3, -2. Very good. X equals negative 5, which means Y equals 0. Yay? And then in this one is, what is X when Y equals 2? So when Y equals 2, what is X? When Y equals 2, negative 1? When Y equals 2, X equals, it's actually a little bit, okay, but Y equals 2. Isn't this 2? When Y equals 2, what is X? Negative 1, not 4. Oh, well, you got a negative 4 over here. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I see what Brian is saying. There's 2. Yeah. Actually, negative 4 would probably be a little bit more accurate than that negative 1. So let's use negative 4. He's right. I'm sorry, Brian. Thank you, darling. All right. So what is X when Y equals 0? Oh, this is easy. 0, because we already asked for it, okay? Yay? Okay, Joe has a summer job that pays $7 an hour, and he worked between 15 and 35. So, hours every week. His weekly salary can be modeled by the equation salary equals 7 times per H, which means Y equals 7X, right? Yay? And now you got your Y, and now you got your H. What's your X? Hours. And what's your Y? Salary. Thank you. Yes? So what's my domain? Domain, I'm just organizing information. It's between 15 and 30, 35. So that's your domain, right? Between 15 and 35. I haven't even finished reading the problem, and I already got all that information. All right? Where S in the weekly salary and H is the number of hours that he worked in a week. Describe the independent variable. What's the independent variable?
Salary.
Hours. Thank you. What's the dependent variable? That would be salary. The more hours you work, the more money you make, right? All right. So the salary depends on how many hours you worked. Okay. Describe the domain. Oh, we did the domain over here. It was between 15 and... Oh, I can't write today. I'm sorry. Between 15 and 35. Now we got to figure out the range. And this is where you have to do a little bit of computation. If I can work between 15 and 35, can I calculate how much I make? Yes, I can, right? Because I can say 7 times what? Times 15. And I can also say 7 times 35, and that's my range, right? Because I can work between 15 and 35 hours, and then I can calculate how much money I'm making. So 7 times 15, do that for me. 105? And then 7 times 35? 200. So what's my range? There's my range. This is snapshot right here. Now you're gonna have some like this where, you know, what's the range, what's the domain? Those are simple, but these are gonna be the challenging ones. If you can do those, you're good to go. All right, what does the statement f of 20 equals 140 mean in context of this problem? Well, what is 20? That's your x, which means what? Okay, so 20 hours. What's your y? And what's y? All right, so tell me, you don't have to write it. Tell me what it means. What does it mean in real life? So if I work 20 hours, I get paid 100 and? That's it. That's simple. All right? You guys need to stop letting me psych you up with my work. This, it wasn't that hard. It was a little bit, challenging to do because you got to think a little bit, but I don't think it was that, it was long. I do apologize for how long it was. It was long. All right, let's do this real quick. We did 1 and 2, right? This worksheet right here. Let's go. What's up, Donisha? Yes, go, honey. Go wave it all the way over there. Huh? On the second half, yes. It's very easy. Don't worry about it. The homework was a lot harder than your test. Domain and range. All right, are we good? You need to go over there and get it. Day 3. All right, are you ready? All right, find f of 3. So when x equals 3, what is y? So 1, 2, 3, go up to the y. 5. So what is x when y equals 3? So when y equals 3, what is x? There you go. You just got to know that whatever is inside the parentheses is the x, and whatever is equal to is your y. Yay? All right, what's the x-intercept? 8. 8 and 0, right? All right, so let's talk about the domain. Can I constrict it over here? No, because it keeps on going, right? So 1 and infinity, and 1 is in parentheses because it's what? It's open. It's open. Now bracket. Now bracket, it's open. Slow down. If you would just slow down, you would be okay. All right, now when it's like this, you cannot write it in interval, because how can I say that it's less than or greater than infinity? That it's a little crazy, right? So I just write it like that, and that's it. All right, so what's the range? Can I constrict it at the bottom? No, but I can at the top. So from 9 to what? Negative infinity, and again parentheses because it's open. All right, let's go to the back. All right, so this is my function, which means that y equals what? 5 minus 7x. There you go. So I'm going to have to find some stuff. So best friend, right? We're going to go to y equal to. Clear that out. 5 minus 7x. All right. That's your x, right? Inside the parentheses is your x. Yay? All right. So when x equals negative 3, basically what is y? So let's go to the table. Negative 3. 26. There you go. Yay? Everybody with me? All right, now this one is 3 times f of 2. So the first thing that I got to do is figure out what's f of 2. So that means when x equals 2, what is y? And then after I find my y, then I multiply it by 3. All right. So when x equals 2, the y is negative 9. And then I got to multiply that negative 9 times 3. There you go. Yay? All right, so in here, find the x when y equals negative 2. Oh, there it is. Oop, there it is. What is it? 1. Yay? All right, so y equals what? 3x squared plus 5x. So let's go to y equal to, right? All right. You know why I graphed it? I graphed it. I grafted it because, I mean, I already know that squares are quadratics, which are parabolas. But we probably need to get in the habit of graphing it to take a look at what it looks, because I might have two values that are -2. Sometimes that happens, okay? Not all the time, but sometimes it does. So graph it just to make sure that you have an idea of what it looks like. It doesn't take but, what, a hot second to do, right? And then we can go straight back to the table, all right? So this means when x equals -2, what is y, right? So let's see, -2 would be 2. Yay? All right. That means g of 3, and then take away a 9. So the first thing that we got to do is figure out what is g of 3. So that means when x equals 3, what is y? 42? All right. So g of 3 equals 42. Yay? So then it would be 42 minus 9. 30 what? 30. Take away 2. 33. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Brain fart. Whoop. All right. So I know. I'm telling you, I can't do it as fast as you can. All right, as you guys can. All right, -4 times g of -1, right? So let's figure out how much is g of -1. That means when x equals -1, what is y? -2. So g of -1 is -2. So I'm going to say -4 minus, I'm sorry, times -2, right? Because this is multiplication. They're side by side. Yay? So positive 8. Yay? All right. Care to try the last one? Go. Go. Go for the last one. Go for the last one. Yay? So if you haven't finished, it's okay. At least you got it started and you know where to go, right? That's what I want to know, that you know where you're going in the calculator. So basically this is what it's asking you. This is your function, right? And it's telling you if x equals 5, what is y? On this one is what is x when y equals 5? And this one is what is x when y equals -6. So it's basically just going to that darn table and looking for numbers, right? All right, so when x equals 5 is 11? Yeah, when y equals 5, x is 3. And when y equals you couldn't find it. Very good. Which means it has to be a number between -1 and 0, right? So for that case, then you need to go in and plug in. All right? So this is what you'll do. Let me show you. This is your function. Y equals 3x minus 4. Do you have the value of y? Is what? -6. And then you solve for y. I'm sorry. You solve for x. You solve for x, right? So that will be plus 4. That will be -2. Divide by 3. X equals -2/3, which is a number that is between -1 and 0. That's all. All right? All right. Eyes on me for a second real quick as soon as you finish doing that. What if I ask you for the domain of that? I said I want the domain and the range of that. But okay, you need to graph it to see it. I agree with that. But is it ready for you to be graphed? Okay, so what do you need to do to be able to graph it? Solve for? Yeah! Awesome, my babies. You got to solve for y. Because how do you need to put it on that darn equation? Y equals 2. All right? So you solve for y. That's why we solve for those letters. That we had a headache solving for those darn letters. Because you need to make sure that you know how to solve for y, right? So in here to solve for y it would be minus 3x. And then divide by 5. So y equals -3/5 x plus 3. And actually, you can go ahead and leave it as fractions. It's okay. The only thing that you got to remember is that fractions inside I'm telling you, I can't think today. I'm trying to go too fast. That's why. Inside the calculator, fractions go inside parentheses. I think I got it now. All right. So over here, how would we write that? Parentheses, -3 divided by 5. And then that's an x, and then plus 3. And then you graph it. Graph it, not table it. And then you can clearly see that what's the domain? What's the domain? All real numbers. Or from -infinity to +infinity. And what's the range? All real numbers, right? From -infinity to +infinity. Does that line stop? Well, it stops in your calculator because that's how big the screen is, right? But technically it doesn't. Are we good? So solve for y before you can go and graph it or go to the table or whatever it is that you need to do. Are we good? All right. I need a breath. All right, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. You got this one. I know. Let's punch in. Like, we can do this whole worksheet in 5 minutes. Let's do it. Let's just do it. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this in 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. No. Come on, my babies. All right. Let's do domain. Can I stop it over here? No, I cannot stop it over there. So that would be from what to what? From -infinity to +4. Good job, my babies. Yes, bracket on 4. Infinities never have brackets, right? All right. Let's do the range. Can I stop it over here? I think it does. I don't think it goes anything beyond 2. Do you see how it kind of stays on 2? So that would be from 0 to brackets on both. Oh, let's write it with crocodiles. So 0, y, and 2. And then your little crocodile's eating the same way. Yay? All right, my babies. All right, can I constrict the domain? So all real numbers? Say that again? Yes, always has parentheses. Always, always, always. Because you cannot stop infinity. It's like space and beyond. Yes. All right. What about range? And then can I stop it over here? No, I sure not can. So from -4 to positive infinity. Ah, that's my babies. I love it. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. All right, let's do domain. Can I stop? Yes, I sure can. From -2 to 5. And then brackets or parentheses. All right. Oh my God, lots of hundreds today. Lots of hundreds today. Lots of hundreds today. Let's do range. 0 to 2. Very good. We can definitely do crocodiles. Very good. But let's do, okay, so you said 0 to 2. I want to know, there's a bracket on both sides. On this side, there's a bracket because the 0 is not full, right? You see it? It's not full. So there's a bracket, I'm sorry, parentheses on 0 and then a bracket on 2. And then, are we comfortable with the inequality? The way to write it in inequality is just smaller, bigger, letter in the middle, crocodiles eating the same way, right? Alrighty. Waka, waka, waka. Yeah, you got it. Because, oh, no, wait. Yeah, because it has a solid line over here. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay, domain. Yes or no? No, all real numbers. There you go. Range. Can I constrain it? No. So from what? From 3 to negative infinity. One more. Can I constrain? Yes. So from -4 to 4 and brackets on both, right? Because they're closed circles. And then my range is also constrained, right? Because it stops from 0 to 5. Oh, let's write it on crocodiles. Oh my God, can we do one more? We can do one more. Yes, we can. Yes. Yay! One more. All right. Come on. Can I constrain? No. So only on one side. And does it include that side? No. So from -4 to positive infinity. Shh. 1. Be quiet. All right. Can I constrain it at the bottom? No. Does it include that 3? No. So bracket 3 to what? That. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Parentheses. And then to not infinity, but negative infinity. See, we almost finished it. Almost. That was like awesome. I'm not even looking at the back. What do we got on the back? There we have a lot on the back.